You know the old phrase, if you can't beat them, join them. Well, George Green did beat us, and now he's joined us. Welcome back to Boston Boys. Run the intro. Hello then, gang. Welcome back to an episode of Boston Boys with the Boston Boy, not to mention FM. That's definitely becoming the intro, isn't it, viewers? It definitely is. You can see on screen then, George Green, who, of last episode fame of Chester, has joined us for £59,000 and has played a couple of games for us. He was having a phenomenal season for Chester, and anything I can do to stop their run at the title must be done. Yeah, this is awful, isn't it? I'm using fun. If this was happening in real life, there'd be outrage. What we've done then is we've signed him for just a short period of time, just the year, and yeah, welcome George Green. This is dastardly, but he's quite good, great flair. I mean, we know all this. He destroyed us almost single-handedly. But he's not the only introduction to the side since we last met. Big news as well, by the way. Clive has gone to Preston on a free. They clearly see more in him than I ever did. Good luck to Preston. You can see there then Daniel Aggie that we talked about in our episode where we were trying to sign players. This is the guy from Burnley that wouldn't join initially, but after a good start has given us the opportunity to shine. 3 goals in his 5 appearances. I feel a bit sorry for Chris Thorpe, who's had to take a bit of a back seat because we've got in some really good quality. We've not only brought in Daniel, we've also brought in Lewis Riley as well. So we've just gone for forward players really, can play the attacking midfield role as well as the shadow striker role. And since we last met, since that defeat to Chester, we've played an abundance of games. And guess how many we've lost, viewers? None in the league. None in the league. That it sounds impressive, doesn't it? It sounds impressive. It's not very impressive. Yeah, since that 5-3 then, let's highlight it on screen so you can give yourselves a little bit of an idea. We've lost in the FA Trophy to Gloucestershire, which is annoying. But you can see the rest of the results. Darlington, Stockport, I mean, Hereford are in there, Braintree, Chorley most recently. Draws, 3 0-0s in a row, viewers. It's just, I've brought in more firepower. And what's our response? Clean sheets and no goals. Brilliant. Yeah, it's annoying me. It's genuinely annoying me. For example, we didn't beat Chorley. 20 shots, 8 on target, 60% possession. No goals scored. So, not ideal. 4 draws on the bounce. It still leaves us in second position, though. And because we've taken George Green from Chester, they've had a little bit of a stumble recently as well. They've just lost to FC United Manchester. Excuse me. So, today, then, is a chance for us to bounce back with a little bit of might, a little bit of force, and hopefully push ourselves closer towards them as hopefully they crumble a little bit. We've got a game in hand on the team just behind us, which is Braintree. And there's a collection of teams that, if we start to slip up, will definitely be on our case before we know it. Gainsborough, the first game today, though, they're 19th, and a chance for us to get ourselves some goals, hopefully, for the first time in what feels like forever. Team-wise, I've kept the system exactly the same, and it's a bit filthy of me, really, to not have Chris Thorpe starting every single game, but he's taken a back step, obviously, with our new signing. I guess the problem is, you look at Chris Thorpe's attributes there, and you can see, like, he's got really nice attributes in the right places. Finishing, heading, technique, off the ball, composure, acceleration's good as well as with his pace, but then you sort of compare that to the man we've got up front now, Aggie, you can just see, like, there's a difference in quality. He's got the pace, he's got the strength, 5'11", he's just so much more well-rounded. So that's partially why he's getting the start. And you've seen from his goal record, like he's getting goals for us. It's just more quality. I thought that would mean more wins. That's not how it's gone. Maybe Jordan Slew needs to come back in. Since we last met, I mentioned it before, Harvey Neville's been on a goal-scoring fest. But I think Jordan Slew is going to start today. We're going to see if he can do the business. He just prefer it over on that side, and he scored goals for us this year. Maybe he's a factor. Harvey Neville's going to find his place on the bench, though. Ben Middleton's going to step out. I've got no defenders on the bench. In fact, let's not mess about with Harvey White. Let's just put a defender on there. Statham. I think you're the option for this one. So Harry Wright will be in goal. Lots of people have mentioned to me, by the way, that's Richard Wright's son. For those that remember Richard Wright, there'll be a few of you out there. Minivan still at right back. Captain, of course. Parker and Gibbons in the centre with Cantrell at left back. Brookwell's going to get the start in the centre today as Payne moves slightly further forward alongside Burton. Alibiosu on the right-hand side. Slew on the left and Aggie up front. Let's see then, can we get ourselves a win? We've been unbeaten since we last met, but not enough wins. Not enough wins. I was going to go no wins, but I've won a few, so that would have been incorrect. All right then, let's just start positively. Good start to the episode. Who's the game after this? Just to remind myself. Scarborough Athletic. Okay, I don't think they're particularly good either, are they? Okay, 9th position, not terrible. Okay, here we go then. Brookwell apparently will struggle, but I think quality-wise, he's the right fit for this particular game. 4-4-2 for them. Is that Jordan Graham up front? Former Aston Villa striker? No. Do you know, a lot of these times, gang, I say things like that, and I look close. There may well have been a Jordan Graham that played for Villa at one point. This is not that guy. Well, I've made a fool of myself. I could edit it out, but I suspect someone I know very fondly will not be editing it out. All right, then the games begin. We are in the orange and the blacker, and they are in the blue. It works. That worked fine. All right, early booking for us as Brookwell, more like Bookwell. So that's probably what the ref said. 25 minutes gone. Exhilarating action here as they've now had a booking as well, and a highlight. Here we go. Now it's kicking off as Minivan's on the ball. Exciting things always happen when he's around. As Payne strikes from distance. Oh, what a beautiful finish! Minivan with the assist. He's that's what he does. To be fair, driving around, kids in the back. He's loving life. He's on Minivan. Lays it off to Alfie Payne, who's finished from distance. It's marvellous. Not quite as good as the graphical capabilities of those trees we can see in the far distance, but regardless, Payne steps forward. A couple of nice touches, and then bang, keeper. Positioning wasn't the best, but you can see the fans behind the goal are going wild. I hope it doesn't rain. They're going to get drenched. It says shower as well, 5 degrees. Oh no. Cold shower. Not what anybody wants. As Payne, who's just picked up a knock, plays the ball in. Givens with a great header. Oh, we're back on track, viewers. Welcome. Be here more often. I mean, an absolute beauty. I've just realised, actually, Chester, we played 2 games, didn't we, that episode? We lost and then won. So actually, since we last met, there's not been as many wins as I thought. It's less impressive. And now Payne's got to go off injured. Now, I guess the only positive for that is that Lawrence comes on, who's a very capable replacement. That's the only positive I think we can take from it. As Minivan finds Aggie, plays it into Ali Biosu. I've nailed that now, I think. After recent episodes, I've had a lot of tips on how to say it, like Ali B and then Osu. I thought that was the best one. Ali Biosu. I mean, just... I've got it locked down. There's a little bit of possession for us at the end of this half. Lawrence gets himself involved, and can he find the run of Minivan? He's out there providing width, but Slew's there, smashes it so hard into the Boston fans there will have been an injury. There's another highlight at the end of this half. I thought this would be over this half by now, but no. There's maybe a potential chance for Gainsborough. So far, not seen a shot on target. So, Football Manager 2000 any year, every year, constantly. What? First shot on target they've had, and I'm not watching it again. I refuse, flat out refuse. 2-1 into the lead though, and looking at the results there, by the way, I think we're getting closer to Chester. Now I'm not sure if they're playing today, but let's take a look at this very briefly at half time. We could be closing the gap. They're on 62, we're on 59. Do they play right now? No. That will explain that then. They've obviously played at another time. Burton, free kick. He loves them from there. Close. Yeah, because I just saw there, Chester have got a game in hand on us now after this game, which is annoying. All right, half an hour left to go. Obviously, we've been forced into a change. It's whether we make another one. As Maynard there has made... Well, he thinks he's hard. He's not. He's off, is what he is. He's main off. I mean, terrible challenge. Jordan Graham, who didn't once play for Aston Villa, we found out, has been substituted as a result. Azaki gets away, ball into Slew. Oh, we've responded brilliantly to the red card, taken advantage of it, and it's Boston United 3, Gainsborough 1. I think it may even be Gainsborough Trinity, viewers, which does sound good, doesn't it? Minivan with a throw-in. A great little turn there from Aggie, you've got to say. Ball to the back post, or into the centre, actually. And Slew back in the side and back in the goals. Underrated little player is Slew, isn't he? As we've got to be careful. We don't want to get any sendings off. I might treat this with a little bit of caution. I've not even got George Green on the bench, viewers, so you don't even get to see him play today, as that's not great from Gainsborough. And now a chance maybe for us to launch one more attack. Just over 20 minutes to go as Slew finds Aggie as he races inside. Got so many players around him and the shot is saved. Now I'm all too aware that Brookwell's on a booking, so we're going to get him off. Riley's going to come on, shadow striker in behind Aggie. Alright, 15 minutes. It looks like this game's probably over and done with. I'm going to make one final change. Ali Biosu is going to come off. I'm going to bring on Harvey Neville, son of Phil Neville. Have I mentioned that yet? Yes, you have been. Okay, sorry, we'll mention it again. Can only apologise. Ball out to Minivan. I mean, there could be one more chance here. 30 seconds to go. Forget I said anything, viewers. Sorry for wasting your time and mine. But that looks like it's going to be a good win to start off the episode. Lovely stuff. Dominating performance there. Gainsborough really offered very little at all. And we'll take that one to the bank. Right then, game next coming up as well. Hopefully we can get ourselves another win against Scarborough something. I've forgotten what the second bit is. And I don't want to just get it wrong. It's Athletic. Knew it. Clearly didn't know it, did you? No, I didn't. Apologies. Alfie Payne has got a pulled groin, so he won't be featuring next match. So a little bit of change in the middle as there's been a sacking. I'm up there in the sack race. There's a potential for me to be sacked here. I'm one of the favourites to be sacked. Is this some sort of sick joke? I am second in the league table. These new owners need to check themselves, I tell you. Let me have a look here. Let me just have a quick look here. Boy, stable. We're second. Oh dear, oh dear. And that's good, actually, because it brings us, in the middle of this episode, to this screen here. You can see, about 15 or so days ago, a couple of weeks ago, I asked for us to become professional. They agreed, but they've said in the start of next season. So it's not happening yet, but at the start of next season and onward, we will be professional, which is very exciting. Thank you to the board for doing that. Not so much thank you for only being stable. That should be untouchable. I should be a legend around these parts. Flipping heck. So clearly I've just got to win the league. There's no I've just win the league, Ben. Or just be promoted. Seems to be. As if I'm a favourite to be sacked. I didn't know this, viewers. This has come as a shock to me. I mean, to say the pressure's on is an understatement. And I starting this episode, viewers, I didn't know the pressure existed. So, welcome pressure. Bum 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 ba bum bum. Bum 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 ba bum bum. We can start with that, please. Oi. No, thank you very much. Don't need it. Not necessary. Chester beaten. Midweeker. 2-0 defeat to Harrogate, so we can gain on them again. Lovely, lovely. Or as it's better known, lovely jubbly. I went for lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely. No, it's traditionally lovely jubbly, and I've ruined that for everyone. I don't know if that's a phrase that is like globally known. So if you're in another part of the world and you've never heard of lovely jubbly, then the confusion's only getting bigger, of which I am predominantly sorry for. It basically means good stuff. I mean, if you live in a different country and you're watching, specify the country and then give me your version of good stuff. I guess if it's in a foreign language, I'm not going to know what that means. Or maybe just the phrase. There must be a phrase out there. All right then, Scarborough Athletic. And of course, Alfie Payne then's going to have to sit this one out, which does give us the opportunity to put George Green on the bench. Lovely stuff. Matthew, lovely. lovely. I'm not even sure what's happened to me. Right in goal then, Minivan, Parker, Gibbons, Cantrell, Brockwell. Lawrence comes in alongside Burton. You'll notice, by the way, the midfield roles have changed just a little bit. Just a tiny ounce. Ali Biosu on that right-hand side, Slow on the left, and Aggie up top through the middle. Again, my apologies to Chris Thorpe, who didn't really do anything wrong. I just think that we needed a bit more quality up there. And after the last game, proven to be correct. So these things happen. I expect nothing but a win. In fact, we have a chance to move to top spot here. That's a good thing to say. I don't know if Chester are playing again. I don't know if they're playing in the same division as me anymore. It's so higgledy-piggledy. Another phrase that probably doesn't translate around the world. But a good result here, and we can have ourselves right back in this conversation of who can be promoted automatically. Burton, I sped up my voice there just in case he scored, and he did. Robbie Burton channeling his inner Andy Tannoy. Ladies and gentlemen, No, because he's not called Tannoy. So don't even think that we're going to start doing that for Burton. I mean, there's a bit of danger here. Cantrell's half got that away, but I mean, Mikel Parker there. It's an amazing double save from the son of Richard Wright, and that's not how we'll always refer to him, but that was very good. Defensively, shambolic, and we get bailed out by Wright in goal. Alibiosu back to Lawrence. Oh, he's gone for it. He has gone for it. I've got a little story about Richard Wright, actually. Do you want to hear it? Of course you do. So Richard Wright, for those that don't know, was an Ipswich goalkeeper, went around a little bit, was Manchester City's third choice for a long time because of the English, you got to have three keepers and you've got to have sort of an English quota. He fit the bill for that. And years ago, during the football sticking collection days of my life, I went along to Portman Road in Ipswich because it was the closest thing they had for it, where you'd go in and you'd trade all your swaps to complete your book at the very end. Went along. It was advertised as meet Matt Holland and Richard Wright. Well, were we disappointed when we got there? Titus Bramble and Jermaine Wright. If you're an Ipswich fan, imagine my disappointment. Even as a sort of as a Norfolk living person, seeing Titus Bramble and Jermaine Wright, not the same as meeting Richard Wright, who was a very hotly rated goalkeeper, and Matt Holland. You can't win them all, viewers. You can't win them all. And I don't remember why. I just remember the disappointment. Maybe I should do more anecdotes like that in the episodes. Let me know. More anecdotes or not. Now, there's been an incident here, and McMillan's been sent off. That's outrageous. Christopher McMillan, off he goes. It was a late tackle, I think. 77 minutes gone, by the way, and I'm not paying too much attention. It's a penalty. I'm too busy telling anecdotes. It's a penalty kick, though, and Aggie is going to step up and hopefully pop this home. And if he does, I'm going to make an immediate change. Here it comes. 2-0 to the good, and George Green comes on for his video debut. That sounds like he's a pop star. And me saying pop star made me feel very old as well, saying it in that fashion. I wonder if he likes the old pop. Does he like the R&B? I don't know. Anyway, Daniel scores, and we've made the change. George Green on for Brookwell, who's done fine. Not a slant on him, but we're looking good here. But back to the top of the table, by the way. We're back on top. I wonder if it'll still be stable, or if the board will give me some credit. Right, Burton's on it. There's another highlight for us here, as we run off the ball, and maybe a chance for the 10 men of Scarborough Athletic to do something dangerous. They've got a whole lot of more space in the centre now I've made that change. So hopefully we're not punished because of it. Free kick. Green to put it in. I mean, sort of put it in, not quite. When you get it back, he's in so much space. The tactical genius of George Green. I've never seen a player do so much things. He's just playing 1-2s with the defence. Ball played in, under hit the bar. It's close. Just messing about is George Green. He's got so much flair, you see. Just faffs about. I appreciate it massively. As he's working things nicely. Lawrence now, touch out in front of him. Can he get there first? No. Challenged. Oh, penalty kick again. This is outrageous. Who's stepping up? Who's having it? No, surely not. Is George Green just going on? He's having it. He's just like, come on, the fancy Dan that he is. He thinks he's back at Chester. It's 3-0. George Green, welcome to the club. It's his 13th goal of the season. Not all of them for me, it must be said. But, yeah, George Green, everyone. Last episode, we were getting very angry with George Green because he was destroying us. Not this time. He's very much part of the Boston family. Minivan's got it. He's taking his time, much like a minivan will do. Just sort of trotting his way up there. Well, this is very patient from us. I don't know if... I mean, Ali Beauty said, no, enough of this. I'm running fast. And back to Minivan, who's going to play with quite the tempo. Sleep-worthy, isn't it, when he gets the ball? Ball played in, though. Slew's there. Not another goal for him, surely not. Good save by the keeper. And it remains at 3-0. A good performance from the boys. A late free kick for them. I mean, are we going to counter? They've gone for goal. It was very firmly struck. But it looks like that's going to be that as the final throw-in of the game. 2 good back-to-back wins. Whatever Chester have done, I think they've drawn, so they were playing. And they've got themselves back in front. Or as I say, I think they've picked up a draw there. Nice victory for us, though. Well done, boys. Back to winning ways. With hopefully some kind fixtures to come as well. Let's have a look. What did Chester do? It's very much about them. Oh, a 91st minute penalty, you swines. Okay, fair enough. They deserve the point, it has to be said. They've still got a game in hand, but we have certainly closed the gap. And the gap between ourselves and third is still pretty wide. Next time we shall meet then will be in a few matches time. Oh, I can see it there, viewers. There's an away game against Chester coming up. I think that's the perfect game to bring you, and I'll see you for it next time. If you enjoyed today's episode, of course, please do leave a like on it if you want to see some more. Subscribe to the channel. And we love with care. If we're going to spend till next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.